Calhoun County's economy had a good 2023, and the current year looks healthy so far. Main streets all over East Alabama are getting ready for a big conference this year, and a youth fishing rodeo is in the works for early summer.
The rainfall is out of here, and we've got dry weather and warmer temperatures coming up for the weekend. We'll have the complete forecast details coming up in weather. And in sports, we're going to talk about a delayed Calhoun County baseball tournament. All of that coming up as EAN News begins now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
Calhoun County's workforce grew by almost 700 people last year, and all of its municipalities reported increases in their tax revenues. Those are two highlights of the annual economic update prepared by Jacksonville State University and the Area Chamber and Visitor Center, which was released this morning. Dr. Mark Hearn, the Assistant Dean of JSU School of Business, said that the county is following state and national trends in the size of its labor force.
The Calhoun County labor force for the year, the average, down slightly from 2022, but I'd say it's basically flat. It's still above pre-COVID slightly. Over the course of the year, for our county, most of the growth was in the fall, which is slightly different from what we saw at the state level, up 697 for the 12 months.
Hearn says the number of new jobs created in the county during 2023 was just over 400, not quite keeping pace with the number of workers. That brought up the unemployment rate slightly, but it's still well below historic averages.
The unemployment, 2.6%. Again, that's crazy low, right? It's crazy low. It's hard to get things to work for you. And comparing it to the state, and if we're looking at apples to apples, we're going to be non-seasonally adjusted if we're doing that. We're tracking right along with the state.
Meanwhile, all 7 municipalities in Calhoun County reported an increase in their revenues last year. Tax revenues climbed almost 7% from 2022 to 2023. And so far this year, they are up more than 4.5%. Sales tax revenues went up more than 5.5% last year, and the lodging tax grew by just under 7%. On the industrial side of the local economy, new and expanding industries announced $379.8 million in new projects, creating 286 new jobs. Hearn says that prospects for 24 are also looking good, with several projects expected to be announced later this year. When we come back, East Alabama's main streets will be the main topic of a visit this spring by planners from across the nation.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
A group of Main Street leaders from across the United States will be taking a tour in May to see the progress that's been made by the Main Street programs in Anniston, Oxford, and Heflin. Anniston Main Street Director Carla Eden says the one-day tour will kick off the Main Street America Conference being held in Birmingham during the first week of May.
Main Street Anniston, Heflin, and Oxford are physically, financially, and culturally different, but we all believe in the power of working together to bring visitors to East Alabama. The conference is May 6th through 8th, but the workshop is being held on Sunday, May 5th. We will begin in Birmingham at 8 a.m. and we will leave by bus to head to Heflin and then Oxford, and we will end the day in Anniston before heading back to Birmingham that night.
Eden says this year's conference in Birmingham is being hosted by Main Street, Alabama, and will feature an exchange of ideas related to the development of downtown communities nationwide.
This conference allows Main Street leaders, volunteers, and city officials from everywhere to join us for 3 days of classes, mobile workshops, and special events. The conference allows us the opportunity to get together and exchange ideas on areas that are affecting our communities.
Eden says she has seen firsthand how useful these mobile workshops can be to enhance the main conference each year.
So last year we were in Boston, and on the mobile workshops you get to go to different areas. We went to an underground ink park, which was like an infrastructure of bridges and parking decks and stuff like that they had transformed into a safe space with murals and benches and all kinds of cool stuff like that. I love going to other communities to see what I can bring back home to Anniston. So I would hope that other people come to Anniston and find something that they can do in their community.
And when we return, a local businessman wants to get area students hooked on fishing.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
According to the old saying, if you give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. Oxford insurance agent Thomas Shelton believes that if you teach a kid to fish, you may encourage a lifelong hobby that will keep the child out of trouble for life. That's why Shelton, who's an avid angler himself, wants to organize a fishing rodeo in the 30-acre lake at Choccolocco Park. Shelton says he believes his hobby is a better way to provide a healthy environment for children instead of just giving them games and toys.
The problem with, entertaining kids is it's only fun for so long. So if you teach a kid a hobby or a skill like fishing or hunting or hiking or something like that, that's something that never really loses its shine, right? There's only so much you can go to the movies. There's only so many times you can go to the arcade, but teaching a kid how to fish and letting them fall in love with that being a passion. Now, I would hope that some of the kids around here, rather than on a Saturday or Friday afternoon getting in trouble somewhere, that maybe they pick up the rod and reels and go fishing instead.
Shelton says that Choccolocco Park will provide the green space that Oxford will be needing in future decades as it expands and grows into a major urban area. He wants to see the park and the adjoining waterway remain a resource that can be used by all of the area's residents.
That's going to be our space to where people can still enjoy the outdoors. And so, after we had the National Professional Fishing League come to Oxford, I was kind of racking my brain on what can we do to stay in this space and to stay relevant and serve our community. And I thought about doing the fishing rodeo. Made a few phone calls and, got the cost of getting the fish and everything, talked with the state of Alabama, there's no restrictions there. And just I just put out a little filler on Facebook to see, who all would want to be involved with that. And within like 5 minutes, I had 4 or 5 business owners reach out and say that they would jump in on it. And
Shelton says he wants to begin making his dream a reality this summer by holding a fishing rodeo at the lake. He's already raised money from local businesses, and he's in talks with the Oxford City Council about finding a date for that event. He and a local business, the Tackle Box, have already given out more than 100 fishing kits containing a rod and reel along with some other supplies to local children who might not have been able to afford that equipment otherwise. He hopes to make even more supplies available during the fishing rodeo.
with this event, if we can get enough sponsorship, the vision is that we have it set up to where we bring in the fish, net it off an area to where they're there, right? You're going to catch them, shooting fish in the barrel, you know. But I've teamed up with the tackle box here in Oxford, and he will buy rods and reels and tackle and gear at wholesale and sell it to me at cost, so that way we can give out a rod and reel to the kids when they come, and you know, just really want to get together with all the local church youth groups and everything, and try to get them out there and involved, and just create an atmosphere of, you know, where we can help, you know, impact some local kids.
I'll be honest with you, Mike. I felt like if we got too close to local fishing holes today, the fish would just jump in our vehicles.
I was about to say, today was a great day for fish, wasn't it?
It certainly
They had
was.
the run of the place.
And I don't know about you, it's nice. The rain is nice. I would like to see some of that weather that we had a few days back. That
And a few extra degrees, because it was a cold rain today.
It certainly was. John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us what we can expect for the weekend. John?
Mike and Katie, the weekend looking a lot better than today across East Alabama. We will have warmer temperatures, and we're going to have drier conditions as well. We'll have the complete weekend forecast for all of East Alabama next.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
It was a cold rain today across East Alabama. Just one of the, be quite honest with you, nastiest days of the year weather-wise. The high temperature today was 48. That came about 5 or 6 o'clock this morning. Temperatures actually dropped throughout the day today, well below our average by about 15 degrees today. The low this morning was 43. That actually came at about 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. So kind of inverted as far as temperatures. Our low was late in the morning. Our high was early in the morning. Our low temperature still a little bit above the average for this time of year. Record high temperature 82. We were nowhere close to that today. The record low at 21. Sunrise time at 6:10 on your Saturday morning, and your Friday night sunset time now at 5:41. Days continue to get longer. Friday night, weather on your street, Warrior Road out in Ohatchee. We got a little bit more rain coming, especially in the evening hours tonight. That should be tapering off as we make our way into the late evening hours. And the temperature basically just going nowhere. About where we were late this afternoon, that's where we're going to be overnight with 46 for the, we'll say low, we'll say for the temperature overnight tonight. Much better weather coming up for your Saturday. Mostly cloudy and warmer on Tuscaloosa Avenue in Gadsden. A high tomorrow, 69 degrees. Can't totally rule out the chance of a shower, but that chance of rain less than 20%. And as we look ahead to next week, we've got some good news and bad news. Bad news is there will be a chance of rain each day next week, beginning on Monday out on Federal Way at McClellan and Anniston. The good news is we're going to be in the 70s for daytime highs every day next week. And looking at next week, here's the 7-day forecast. You'll see rainfall in the forecast every day, but not all day washouts. Tomorrow, about a 10% chance of a shower, mainly early in the morning tomorrow. Look at Sunday, only a 20% chance of a shower, but that temperature soaring to 76 degrees. Better chance of rain on Monday with a high once again at 76. Our 2 best chances for rain coming up where we may have rainy days coming will be on Tuesday, an 80% chance of showers. Maybe a rumble of thunder in there. The high once again staying in the 70s at 70 degrees. And looking ahead to the rest of next week, there's 70s, some scattered showers every day. Our next widespread rain after Tuesday will be a week from today, next Friday, where we have again an 80% chance of showers. Could be some thunderstorms involved with this. We're in March now, so we're looking at severe weather possibilities, and we could have a possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms in about a week coming up. And the big story is going to be the temperatures as we remain with 70s for the highs and 50s for the nighttime lows. Being on the first day of March, I thought it would be good to show you this. This is Birmingham, Alabama, which is close by. This is month by month precip and temperatures. What is the average? And we'll draw your attention. February, our normal daily high is 58. In March, that rises by 8 degrees to 66. And by next month in April, we're at 74 degrees as we head toward the 90s in the summertime. So there's going to be a big warm-up coming as we head into March, typically about an 8-degree rise in the average daytime high temperature and a 7-degree rise in the average nighttime low as well across East Alabama. Looking forward to the spring and warm weather coming up later on this month here in East Alabama. I'll be back here tomorrow morning. We will have the complete forecast for your Saturday, breaking it down throughout the day parts coming up tomorrow. I'll be back here on Sunday morning and Monday morning with your breakfast forecast as well. Back here Monday evening for EAN Local News. I will have your complete forecast for all of East Alabama for the week ahead coming up next week as well. And coming up next in sports, we're going to talk about the Calhoun County Baseball Tournament.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
John Holder in for Namath Pitts with EAN Sports on this Friday evening. Weather playing havoc with the Calhoun County Baseball Tournament. First round games were supposed to begin this afternoon and evening at Choccolocca Park in Oxford. Instead, the rainfall has canceled all the games for today and have moved all the way into tomorrow. So a packed schedule tomorrow at Choccolocca Park in Oxford. It will begin at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning on the Signature Field with number 11 seed Jacksonville Christian facing number 14 seed Anniston. Right after that on the Signature Field at 11 a.m. it will be basically the winner of that Anniston JCA game taking on number 6 seed Donahoe. Then at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we've got another first round game. Number 12 seed Weaver taking on number 13 Sachs. That will be at 1 p.m. The winner of that game advances to a 3 o'clock game on the Signature Field to take on Pleasant Valley. 5 o'clock in the afternoon on the Signature Field, it will be number 8 seed White Plains taking on number 9 seed Walter Welborn. And then it will conclude at 7 o'clock tomorrow night on the Signature Field. That will be number 7 seed Ohatchee taking on number 10 seed Faith Christian School. And then the games that were scheduled for later on in the day on Saturday, those have now been moved to Monday. Semifinal games moved to Tuesday, and the championship game will now be played on Thursday of next week. All those games at Choccolocca Park in Oxford. We want to back up to last night. Congratulations to the Spring Garden High School Panthers. The Lady Panthers in basketball are your Class 1A state champions. You see right there the tournament MVP, Ace Austin of Spring Garden, 35 points in that effort as Spring Garden beats Marion County of Guin 63-31, back-to-back Class 1A Girls State Championships for Spring Garden. They have now won 9 state championships in school history, 3 of the last 5 Class 1A state titles residing in Cherokee County at Spring Garden. Congratulations to Coach Ricky Austin and the Spring Garden Lady Panthers, your Class 1A Girls State Basketball Champions for 2024. That's going to wrap up sports. Namath will be back with you on Monday. Right now, back to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for those updates, John, and thank you for watching today.
You can find us here online every weekday on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or on our website. Just go to the platform of your choice and watch the news, sports, and weather whenever it's convenient for you.
We hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday for your news on your schedule.